Welcome, I'm Lookum23, and you're joining me for The Cursed Prince, Chapter 9. Cyrus's eyes are full black, he's holding his arms out to his sides, and all the magical sand in the room has frozen in place. Cyrus? Jump out the window. That's awesome. I don't think you want to jump on the window. Cyrus, let's stay calm, be reasonable. You know nothing of me. You would dare try to console me after entering here? Okay, well, tell me what does calm you down. Focus on thinking about whatever that calming thing is. Nothing will calm me. This place is sacred. The room grows colder and colder, as if his body is absorbing all the heat in the air. It becomes as cold as the sand at your feet. Cyrus furrows his brow, and his eyes seem to ooze black poison. You see his sharp fangs glisten. This room is a sacred place. You said that already, dude. You should not have been able to enter it. You're not welcome here. You inch backwards against the stone wall behind you, where the window is. Cyrus doesn't follow. Wait, sunlight. He won't get close to me if I stay in the sunlight. Look, Cyrus, I apologize. But in my defense, you never told me of any of the rooms that were off limits. I was cleaning when this warmth fell over me. It was like the room wanted me to open its door and see what was inside. I need to buy myself some time or come up with a plausible excuse. He seems mad, you know. Give him the truth. What gives you the right? This is my home, and this room is... What gives you the right to intrude here? Have you no restraint? His powerful royal voice rings through the room, making you flinch. And it's been a long time since anyone scared you like this. Stands tall, you feel superiority radiating from him. It reminds you that despite his appearance, he's a natural ruler. But this is the side of the prince you haven't seen yet, the one who deserved the curse full of bloodlust and vitriol. The Cyrus you were around a few moments ago was the one that wanted to make amends and get his life back. You hold your breath, still, breath coming quickly and frantic. Cyrus's gaze on you wavers a moment as he sees your fear. Henrietta, You watch as the black poison drains from his face while he winces. He's clearly in pain. You find yourself staring at the red irises that you have grown to enjoy seeing. I love watching his eyes, even now. The personality changes like the direction of the wind during a storm. He's a storm that wasn't ready for her, and that could very well destroy everything in its path. He's a hurricane trapped inside flesh and bone, and yet... Cyrus, this room called to me. And I think it's been calling for a while. This is your home, though, and I'm sorry. I thought maybe I needed to clean it, but when I opened the door... It just showed me just such beautiful magic. The sand is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry if you didn't want to share it with me. I understand. Cyrus turns away from you and slumps his head. You didn't know. How could you? It's clear to me now that you meant no harm in seeking out this room. He rubs his temples like a headache was forming just under his mean demeanor. He lifts his hand to the streams of sand above his head, and when he does, the sand comes to life and wraps itself around his fingers. Watch the sand move around his hand like some sort of pet. You are correct about one thing, it is magic. These grains of sand are the time I have spent in this castle, and the time I have left. Time left? Do you mean you'll die of... The joke is this. I am cursed to live in eternity, you see. If it were an hourglass, I could see how far I was from freedom. But this room is just a pile of my accumulated days and months of cursed unlife. The sands mock me in my time in this castle. Whenever a grain of sand falls to the ground, I feel it. Each and every one of them. And as you see, the floor is covered with sand. This is where my pain comes from. The agonizing and constant pain that comes in waves. It happened each time a grain of sand fell, but over time I got used to it. Every time I got used to it, the pain would change, and I would feel it all again. When you entered the room, I felt it. The sand is connected to me in nearly every way. And yet he's kind of blushing. So that's how you knew I was here, and why you felt so intruded upon. I get it. I could feel your hands running through the different streams. I could feel the feelings you felt as you saw the sand for the first time. His eyes meet yours, and you realize that he too felt your joy as you relaxed into the cool sand and to his very being. You can't explain it, but you feel as though your heart and his are beating in sync. Cyrus takes a few steps closer to you, breathing calmly, your breath slows to match his. Henrietta, you feel it too, don't you? This connection? He looks at you longingly, or perhaps hungrily. I feel mesmerized. What is this? It is all connected, Henrietta. You are the final piece of the puzzle that I've been looking for. The proof is in the sand. Well, you know, he can't pull that from the proof is in the pudding, so... It called you and allowed you into this room. Since you woke me from the prison cell, I have not felt a single grain come into existence. You are the answer to my curse, so break it for me. Are you trying to use me? You have this idea of what you want. The curse will be broken and I will help you. Yes. And I want to help you from being bound to the castle and maybe getting around your son issues. If we did that, you could lead a normal life, but that's not what you want. You want to use me to break the curse. And I hate being used by anyone. Henrietta, please listen to me. No. There's something bugging me about the situation. How do you know, without a doubt, that I am who you think I am? That it'll do what you want? Cyrus stands perfectly still for a moment, then opens his mouth. I knew the second you crossed into this town when I sensed your presence. You are mine now, as I am yours. You don't have a choice, Henrietta. Fate designed this elaborate scheme to bring us together. I make my own choices, Jerry. So what if I don't want to remove the curse? You must. It's your purpose in life. This is you. I'm a person, you know. I have my own life, and it was plenty full before your nasty self crawled out of the cell. Why should I have to spend it being your little tavern wench and doing the cursed prick's bidding? This is no tavern, and is a grand castle. My castle. And serving the prince is a great honor bestowed upon you by... Oh, by King Moron, who couldn't even bother to do a background check before hiring a shady witch, huh? He probably just searched up the cheapest spellcaster on the medieval equivalent of Craigslist and picked the first person on the list. And yeah, I'm sure he was just as qualified to pick knights. That's why I'm so good with the blade, why I have this majestic suit of armor to protect me. Oh wait, no, my bad. I actually have none of those. Because your father was an idiot. And you're entitled, and you don't own me, Cyrus. I did not claim I did. You are twisting this elaborate design of magic into... Ah, you're a fool. Sure I am. The fool who apparently controls your destiny. So, you'd better shape the hell up and show me some more respect. I didn't say I wouldn't help you. I just asked if I had the option not to. You need to sit down and recognize that I have the right to walk away. Just like I'm going to do right now. Have a nice afternoon, jerk. You lift your hands to his chest and shove him away quickly, and dash out of the room and hurry towards the front door. I'm not letting him mess with me anymore. I'm not going to be his cure. I'm not going to get close to him to help him escape his curse and be thrown aside like garbage. You're not. Oh my god. You leave the castle in a huff and speed your way home on your moped. Now it's a moped. First it was a scooter for the last 2 chapters. Serious. You run inside and slam the front door, then fling yourself onto the cushions and gather a pillow in your arms. If he wants me back in the castle, he's going to have to prove to me that I'm not just there to break his damn curse. You close your eyes tight to try and stop the tears from welling up, and for a moment, you think you can hear him calling for you back at the castle. Great. Now I have to hear him too. How about I just pretend everything makes sense tonight? I'll pop some popcorn, watch some trash TV, and it all click into place. Snuggle on the couch with snacks and a remote and spend the rest of the day and evening recuperating. The next morning, you wake up stiff from sleeping in a bad position on the couch. You stretch and take a look at your healing neck. Most of the color has come back and the wound is mostly gone, faster than normal as by magic. That idiot. He better not have left a scar. Was I too hard on him, though? A bit. I think I was. I'll worry about it later, though. It's not like he's going anywhere, since the curse keeps him in the castle. After a quick shower, you decide to go to the school for a first time in what feels like forever. Kaylee should be home today. I hope she doesn't ask about the lovely souvenir Cyrus left on my neck. I better get ready for my walk to death row, otherwise known as high school. I'll shoot for tough, comfy, stylist. Oh, let's go with comfy today. It's just school, but it can be even scarier than the castle. This looks won't draw attention to me. Grabbing your backpack and books, you realize you're running late. Close the door behind you and start walking, but pause when you wonder if the door is locked. I guess I'll lock and bolt the door. She should have a key. Too many weird things happening these days. I'm going to make sure it's locked tight, even if I'm late to class. Lock the door and make sure it's secure. Damn, I left a copy of The Cursed Prince at the castle, so I don't have a book to get me through school. No time to stop at Marjorie's shop either. I haven't seen her since she sprang the whole I'm a 400-year-old witch thing on me. Welcome to high school. Just entering the school feels weird, but you don't belong here anymore. Like your life has become bigger than just going to school. It's like you opened a door to the extraordinary, but then forced to close by coming back to this painfully boring place. This school feels like it's taking forever to pass. I should have just taken that test that would let me skip right to college, GED. I mean, even Kaylee, the genius, said I'm way beyond the subject matter the average high school covers. But then she insisted that the whole reason we ran away was for a normal life, and skipping a bunch of grades isn't that? Yeah, actually it is. Kaylee, why do you have to be so responsible? Finally, the last class of the day. Math. Even with my sister being a genius, she still couldn't teach me to like math. I'm going to go to class. The teacher begins by asking you to stay after school today to make up some of the tests you miss. You agree and listen to the lecture, then try to make up all the assignments you missed, too, before taking the tests. All in all, it's incredibly boring and exhausting. You're so eager to go home and can barely stand it. On the walk home, you notice how many clouds are in the sky. Your neighborhood is looking dark. It's gloomy out, like there's hardly any sun at all. I guess it'll rain today. When you're nearly at your house, you look up to the castle. From the outside, you'd never expect her to be a 300-year-old toddler living up there and throwing tantrums every night. Or a certain Henrietta Black nearly bled to death on the kitchen floor, the squeaky clean kitchen floor. Or a certain Henrietta Black who... That literally repeated. That literally repeated. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. You also probably wouldn't believe me when I said there was a room filled with ice-cold magic sand. I wonder if Kaylee will. Arriving home, you unlock the door. Wait, Kaylee's bag is on the couch along with her suitcase, but she's not here. Also, the TV is on and tuned to her favorite channel, but she never leaves the TV on if she's not in the room. And the house is quiet. Too quiet, like it was the other night. And not only that, there are small drops of blood leading into the kitchen. Hold your breath, because if who you think is here, you're in trouble. Is it Mom and Dad? But how could they have found us? We were so careful. You shake the thoughts about seeing your parents again and slowly walk into the kitchen. When you open the door, you don't even have time to gasp. In front of you, in the middle of the kitchen, stands Cyrus. He has his mouth dug into your sister's throat. He's trying to drain her dry when he suddenly comes up for air and looks directly at you. Blood pours from his mouth, his razor sharp and pointed teeth are stained with Kaylee's blood. He holds her in place and looks you in the eye. His black orbs don't go back to their usual color, and you know it's because of the blood. You begin to move towards her, and he clutches her tighter, warning you to stay away. You left me, Henrietta. That was not nice. Come back to the castle with me, and your sister is only left with a scar to match yours. Or by all means move closer to me, and she will have a crater where her head is now. I know he isn't bluffing. I should go with him for Kaylee's sake. But also know that I don't take orders from anyone, not even a freaking prince. Oh boy, we gained a diamond. Let's see, what time is it? Alright, I'm going to try with all my might to hurry and get chapter 10 done. Oh, we got one more to go, guys. One more to go. Really? We completed a chapter. We're not getting credit for chapters, are we? No, complete a bug. Daily login. Consecutive. Oh, I guess we did complete the chapters, aren't we? Oh, there it is. Yay! Woohoo! Alright, so I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head in the description below. There is links to social media, our Discord, as well as links to our content that you can support, or if you want to support my content, excuse me. And with that being said, if you did enjoy, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.